Feeling confined by a building designed for the needs of a previous generation, Thompson Memorial Presbyterian Church began to ask, if given the opportunity to redesign with today's ministry in mind, what might we do? The energy of a capital campaign turned this question into a vision. By reflecting on the needs of their members and community partners, they set out to create a space that feeds the soul for what Christ is doing in their midst. Through their Building What Matters campaign, they updated fellowship and meeting spaces to deepen belonging and connection, as well as modernize their children's wing to support the dreams of young families. As they share their story, we hope you will be encouraged to dream about the possibilities your own building might hold for ministry.
Thompson is just a really wonderful place in its journey. It's a historic congregation from 1811, but it's definitely in a new era. And it's very engaged and lively and just like really fun place to be. And people are coming from all different kinds of backgrounds and really growing and maturing in their faith here right now. And you can just see it in every corner of the building. And so we just feel really excited about what God is doing in this season here.
What sparked the vision was probably the fact that we were trying to schedule everything that was happening here and really running into roadblocks and conflicts, particularly in the space that we're in now, which is our gathering hall. It was connected to our kitchen. It was also the main place for lunches, large gatherings, group games. Everything happened in this space. And we didn't really have another larger meeting space. Or kitchen was loud and then you couldn't be in here. And so we're like, the spaces, we have the square footage, just the spaces are not working to the best of their ability. We need to be able to do the things that we want to do now, both for our programs, for our worship, for community engagement, for our like AA groups. All of it was kind of being shuffled. And so that's what kind of sparked the need to look at our spaces differently. And we actually started trying to figure out if we could do something, and quickly learned we need professionals to come in and help us look at the space. And once they did that, that unlocked real potential that this building had that we just weren't using.
Well, we chose the phrase Building What Matters. We toyed around with a lot of different kind of themes for the campaign, and some people really wanted things to be about honoring the past and looking toward the future, or building for a new generation. And there was a general consensus that we aren't building for some unknown time. We're not looking back and we don't know what will happen in the future. And so we wanted to honor that God was doing something right now. And we also didn't really want it to be about the building. We really needed more space for the ministries we're already doing. And so it wasn't aspirational in that, oh, if we build a gym, more kids will come, or if we, do this new thing. It was that we were seeing all these pockets throughout the church that were just really changing people's lives, and we wanted more of that. We are landlocked here because of cemetery and being in a historic building, so we couldn't add a single square foot. And so we felt like we wanted to really focus on what we felt mattered about what we were doing and try to reproduce that. And so we looked to scripture, and so we found that a verse in Philippians where Paul says, I urge you to focus on what truly matters. And so we asked people to look inside themselves and see if this mattered to them, like what God was doing in the church and in their lives. And if this mattered to them and we wanted it to matter to other people, then this is something we should invest in. And people responded really, really sacrificially and really well to the campaign.
One of the biggest ministries outreach collaboration that we have is with our AA group. They're called the Fog Lifters. The reason that they're called that is that we have a group that meets every single morning, 365 days a year at 7 a.m. And they have been doing that for years and years. And we are one of the only sites that has an everyday meeting, which is really important if you're beginning your sobriety journey. And so now they have a dedicated space in our lower level to meet. And so that's one of our most consistent community engagement partners. And we are so grateful to them and their partnership and what they're doing for our community. The other thing that we're really looking forward to is we're going to have preschool here in the fall. Another local Methodist church closed down. It had a preschool. Their director is going to come here and start one here for us. So our newly designed kids spaces will house that preschool in a way, again, to connect with young families in the community. And then there's just other incidental things like people rent for their piano recital, or we're a polling place, or a blood drive, or whatever it might be that we can be present in our community beyond Sunday mornings, beyond our own programs, to be a place where the community knows that we're a partner with them, and we want to support things that are happening not just for ourselves but for our neighbors as well.
One of our lines was to be the church the community needs, and to ask where are services or experiences that the community would be drawn to the church, instead of asking like, what do we want to do? We tried to ask of what would bring people, closer to God. And so this building really has had a lot of community use over the past 5 years, and we have made it part of our mission to be attentive to any person who's walking through our building, whether they're coming for voting or a concert or whatever, and then figure out how to use the space to bring them into worship and to bring them into a life of faith. And so I just wanted us to have a building that represented the vitality of the congregation, and now it does. And so I think that as the community continues to use this space, they'll be able to more easily identify with a church that really puts their best foot forward and wants the community to see that they love their church, and that's reflected in our spaces. So we just, we've already seen people coming that have seen the renovation happening from the street, and they're like, we want to know what's happening here. And, so we just hope that that continues, and we continue to serve our community and serve God together.